Hello, what's up guys? Panzer SG here, and I'm bringing to you a new game that just came out today, actually, on Steam. This is a free-to-play game going by the name of Tactical Intervention. Now, this is by 1337 or Elite Games. Seems to be a fairly new company, and this seems to be marketed as the sort of spiritual successor to Counter-Strike, but in a free-to-play format. Now, I've had a look at a little bit at their site, and it seems to be like the typical stuff for free-to-play is in there, which I'll show you a little bit later on. There's all sorts of things like XP boosts and all that. Even pets. Yes, there's pets. You can bring dogs with you on some of the missions. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work. But we'll have a look at that pretty soon. As you can see right here on the screen, there's all sorts of things like starter packs, and there's a sale going on now. So some pretty typical free-to-play stuff going on here. Now, having a look at the options menu, you have video options right here. Got a number of different resolutions. It's full screen, windowed, and everything. It also adopts your native resolution immediately, so you shouldn't have to change anything there. There's a few options down here as well. You can change shader details, effects. You can have it even warns you to let you know what the actual option is actually going to do. This is actually a pretty cool thing. Like, if I don't know, like, for example, shaders, what's it gonna do? As a newbie to any game, this is pretty useful information, so kudos to them for doing that. Now, changing the actual options can get a little irritating at times because it does this little thing with the colors, so it's a little hard to see what you're exactly clicking. It's a little annoying. And clicking anywhere here seems to click the left arrow, but clicking after that. Also, the tooltips only appear once, so it seems like the first time you click it, that's it. After that, you don't get it back. Let's just discard the changes. There's also laptop power saving mode for anybody that isn't playing on a desktop. This is a useful thing to have as well. You have fully rebindable controls down here. Some of the stuff should be familiar to you. You know, primary weapons, switching weapons, all this is pretty familiar stuff. I don't see many things that you probably need to bind. That's interesting as a roll. And yeah, there's even a leaning function as well, which I imagine actually is something that disappeared from gaming for a long time. Actually, like it was way back in like games like Rainbow Six that you used to see it, and most recently Battlefield 4 has a little bit of a leaning function, but sort of an automatic thing. This is bringing back the whole Q&E leaning, which is kind of harking back to that sort of era. And there's voice communication. I'm not sure if it works yet. Like, this is a pretty new game. And there's also a command option for your pet, and you can even heal teammates. So that's the options menu. And we'll have a look at a little bit of gameplay as well. Now, there's a few servers already available. From the looks of it, this is the population, I think. Yeah. This is the population down here. Maximum capacity seems to be 500 across the board. This looks like the most populated server right now in the US Central and EU, followed by Russia by the looks of it. But this is a fairly new game. I'm surprised that there are so many people playing, to be honest, really. Yeah, it is actually surprising to me. So let's just check out a lobby now. Can even create a mission. So you can see there's a few maps available. It's like what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maps currently. That's pretty good actually for a game that's just launched right now. And you even have friendly fire options. Can mirror the damage if you want to. And all sorts of weapon options down here. You can even switch off map cycling. It does cycle by default, so you'll want to have a look at that as well. Just jumping into this just to have a look. Okay. Now, let's have a look at the inventory here. So, if you play as counter-terrorist or terrorist, like I said, this is a spiritual successor to Counter-Strike. Okay, so the teams are like that. Or at least it's intended to be like that. So, you can see there's some options down here, like different inventories, like loadout slots. So if I choose a loadout slot, I can choose equipment, like I can load up a sniper rifle. And this is the thing, sniper rifle is not a primary weapon. It's a weapon that you can equip, and there is a sort of cycling function where the game chooses a particular number of snipers per team depending on how large the team is. So when you have your sniper rifle, you are able to actually use it if you are selected as a sniper for the team. Okay, so it's just ready. I don't think we can actually start if there's only one person on here right now. So yeah, this is what the sort of lobby looks like. You know, typical room info. It shows you the maps and the player counts and everything. And there's different types of actual missions, like there's hostage rescue mode. There's an escort for VIP. There's even the bomb defuse mode as well. So there are a couple of pretty, familiar game modes. And then there's team deathmatch with a whole host of. Some of these are totally different maps, and some are like repeated maps. But that's your 2 different game modes. So you can choose missions or deathmatch. So that's kind of what the setup for the game is. I'll be back in a sec with some actual gameplay footage once I find a game. And we're back. And what you're looking at here is the actual gameplay. Currently this is a bomb defusal map. The weapon I'm using here is the Kestrel SMG, if I remember correctly. The first thing you're going to notice here is that there's a melee attack for most of the weapons, although the animation isn't fantastic. You can also heal your teammates if they take damage, and you can also lean to the left or right by pressing Q and E to peek around corners. It's definitely very useful if you are attacking something that is around a corner maybe, and you don't want to expose too much of yourself. I have to say though, the guns feel particularly nice. That Kestrel that I was using, although it's an SMG, it apparently fires a rifle round, so it has a little bit more kick to it and does feel pretty meaty to use. Now what you're looking at here is the spawn screen, so there are 2 squads to choose from. You can carry a bomb. There can be more than one bomb carrier, and you can definitely choose to be a support, so basically you're just supporting the bomb plants. You can also switch between 3 different preset loadouts, or you can customize a loadout on the fly as well by simply just choosing your primary and secondary weapons. So you can see here we're kind of like stacking on this door here. There's a couple of enemies out there behind this car, and I'm trying to take a couple of shots at them. Not sure if the hitboxes on the car are set up so that you can shoot through the windows, but I did try to do that and I didn't seem to be getting too many hits, so I wasn't too sure about this. One thing you will notice is that the screen does kick up quite a bit, and doesn't seem to be too much spread on the crosshair, so I'm not entirely sure whether this is more focused on recoil compensation or whether there is actually some spread included there. There doesn't appear to be much of it. Yeah, so you see it. This guy happens to be idling down here, maybe he's AFK, so I just take a couple of shots at him. And trying to hit this this guy. So I've actually run out of ammo and I'm switching to the pistol, and you'll notice straight away that the kickback on this pistol is really, really high. Not sure if all the pistols are like that, but this one definitely does kick quite a lot. If you look to the bottom right, you'll see the ammo counter. It includes a grenade, which you start off having only non-lethal grenades like flashbangs or smoke, which you could choose in the loadout. But once you have a kill streak going, you are allowed to pick up some more grenades. So you can start with like frags, explosives, even incendiary grenades as well as you go along. One thing you'll also notice is that the ammo count doesn't work by how it used to in Counter-Strike, if you're familiar with that. You'll notice actually it goes by magazine count. So what you actually have is you have ammo in the weapon and then you've got a full magazine. So once you reload, that magazine is discarded and you have less ammo. So you gotta make more shots count. Now this shotgun down here is a little peculiar because it has that magazine counter as well, so not entirely sure exactly how that's going to work because, well, it's a shotgun, it doesn't have a magazine, it reloads individual shells. Now one thing I did mention about the grenades earlier as well is that grenades, it's based on total kills without deaths, so even if you don't kill 2 enemies at once, it's still considered part of your kill streak. So you do actually get that upgrade in grenades as well. And if you don't use it, it stacks. And you can get more powerful grenades by kind of holding on to it. So it's a useful mechanic, it does reward better gameplay, and it will cut down on things like grenade spamming. Now there is sprinting as well in this game, and you can see little stamina bars going up and down next to my crosshairs down there. It does actually take you a couple of seconds to get up to full speed. That's something that you might have noticed if you've been watching my Battlefield 4 beta gameplay as well, that there is actually a little bit of acceleration time, so you don't come up straight to full speed, which is a little more realistic, and it does actually add a little bit of kick to it. Now watch this right here, this shotgun kill. This guy absolutely flies, and if you look right here, his actual head has come off. So if you're a little squeamish, that's what happens, but that shotgun really had a lot of kick to it. You saw the screen just kick right back. You also notice that you can actually pick up ammo that your enemies haven't expended. So if you kill an enemy, you'll see a little box or bag or something come up next to them, and it's highlighted in green when you aim at it, so that it allows you to pick up more ammo. So we managed to destroy the target, and we got some points for that. That's requisition points, so that allows you to go and buy some more stuff and all that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first look at tactical intervention. My name is Panzer SG. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time.